I've played War Thunder for almost 10 years. With over 800 videos, exactly a month from today, I become a 10-year veteran.
Are you carrying me?
Cradle me! So join me as we explore some of my favourite vehicles War Thunder has to offer.
Come on! Oh, yes, baby! Double kill!
I'm in a 1930s bomber! Buy my decal. G'day, I'm Ash. Welcome back to War Thunder, and in today's video, I'm still recovering from bronchitis, but we're still on the road to celebrating my 10-year anniversary for this wacky game. More thoughts and opinions and retrospective pieces to come on what I think of War Thunder and its future. I just hope that my viewership increases, because, you know, can't compete these days. Anyhow, this is the BA-11. It's a rank 1 battle rating 1.3. It comes from a time in the game where there used to be a game mode called a World War mode. Essentially, the vehicle was introduced in the 17th of December 2019. It was notable for introduction of Swedish tech tree, being named after, well, Northern Wind. The BA-11 is a gift of rank 1 premium Soviet light tank. It's really a recon truck with battle rating of 1.3 across all game modes, and it was a reward for the Season 2 Attack on the Sea, which is a World War game mode in which you had to fight on specific things and get stars, and there was a whole bunch of other interesting things. What the main takeaway is, you get a rank 1, battle rating 1.3, you've got a 7.62 DT machine gun as a coax, and then a 45mm main gun. It does come with artillery support, and it gets access to this armor-piercing, high-explosive cap shell, and obviously this armor-piercing shell. I feel like the previous shell out of the two is better, just based on the penetration / the high explosive values. But then again, the armor-piercing effect shell just seems to never work half the time, so I only really use the top shell, and it really, there's nothing to write home about this thing. Really, it is a small truck with 4 guys crammed into it with a small turret based off a light tank. And as you can see here, it's rather funky. I just love the look of it. Now, I should note that this game was originally recorded on my ultra-wide monitor, which is my primary display, which I use for recording War Thunder, and I forgot to scale War Thunder down to 21:9. That is an aspect ratio that typical monitors use when they're not an ultra-wide. Although there are some monitors at the current stage that are 21:9 and 32-inch. I went for a 34-inch monitor, and it's 3 to 4K, I think. And it's a really, really impressive, an OLED display, and this is what my view typically looks like without the black bars. Now, we're going to take away the black bars. It will unfortunately mean I'll lose most of the map and most of chat, and this is the typical view that I'm supposed to be having, except the fact that I've got an ultra-wide sort of view. Anyhow, we've zoomed across the map. We're on Poland. There is 2 cap zones. I don't normally like this kind of map, but it is what it is. I can see a tank directly ahead of me there. We're going to pop him right in his snout. No idea what that is. That Panzerjäger. Now, for some reason, we don't kill him on that shot. Next shot doesn't do the same amount of damage either. Alright, we've managed to critical one of his gunners. We're going to kill him now. That is our first tank destroyed. There's a bunch of other vehicles around, but we're just going to pick off what we can see. There's something else down here. Might be something rumbling down in the town on the outskirts. This is one of those higher player maps, and considering I've already gotten to this point here that we're supposed to cap, the B point, on my team, it's quite ironic. Anyway, we're going to run through because... vehicle here, I think. I can hear something else. I know there's something else over here. I hear the shooting, but I'm more concerned about my front. Because this is where their spawn is. No, not spawn camping, but there are a couple of vehicles as that vehicle beside me just completely combusts. And really, the mobility on this thing is just kind of... it's good. It's a really fun little event vehicle, and for low tiers, it's also really fun just rolling around and obliterating people. Just looking around me just slightly. Looking for any culprits that will come this way. There's another friendly in the B point there. Double checking the scoreboard real quick. I can hear a tank. It is driving to my left somewhere. But there is another vehicle up here. What's that? A Panzer III. Get it undamaged on the first shot. Second shot, we knock out all of his crew all at once. It's very, very satisfying. And now we're going to chase the investigation of the sound. Now, there's probably going to be a heap of them when I pop over this hill here. Let's see. There's one down there. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 6th down there as well. Do I push out? Do I risk it for a biscuit? Whatever it was below me is long gone. We're still there. Now, I'm just going to pretend like I don't exist and wait for them to come up the hill. And there's already one that is already passing into peripheral view here. There he is, the Panzer III. Knocked out by the friendly. I managed to get the kill on him. That's 3 kills. That's another hit. I don't know what I'm shooting at here. 4 French tank? No, it is a... I want to call it a Swedish thing. It is a Swedish thing. And then we get another critical hit on another Panzer III. Oh, had our gunner and everything taken out. Thankfully the friendly is here to save the day. That bushed up vehicle behind us there gets absolutely nailed. Alright, I've still got a broken tyre. I still need to repair. Just want to machine gun the living daylights out of the smoke because, well, this guy needs to die. There we go. Goodbye, Panzer IV. 5th kill, and this thing, I don't really need to explain this thing anymore. The 45 is really quite good. I'm just going to sort of sit here. Seeing the friendlies are actually camping, if I remember correctly, this match was just wiping them out. Obviously, I'm just waiting for things to happen. There is an aircraft flying around, a friendly I-15, going back into ultra-wide mode. So the black bars have appeared again. They are slowly starting to capture the B point. I'm realising that nobody is going to come up that hill anymore, so let's go and engage them where we can. These guys must have been the ones that have been coming from the town, the ones that are engaging all the friendlies on the right there, which they've had all a bunch of trouble with. Now I am on 5 kills, I've only got 2 crew left, and there is a Panzer 35. I think it's Panzer 35. Not entirely sure. There is something else with him that was also firing on that guy, but that poor I-15 doesn't seem to be having any of it. One shot and knocking out most of his crew in his turret. Second shot knocking the rest of the crew out. That is a 6th kill. There are quite a few vehicles. There are 3 of them down there. Pull forward was we've actually missed. It's poor M2A2. And then there is another Panzer III. Get a hit on the Panzer III. We don't actually critical anything. There's another guy down in the courtyard, down off further along. I will knock him out before attaining to the other guy, who is hiding behind that poor wreck. And we're going to do a number on him if we can actually manage to hit him properly. Because the turret is on the rear of the vehicle, it's a little bit harder to control when you're getting engaged like this. He had every single advantage here. He should have been able to kill me, yet he wasn't able to. Must be new to the game or something. That's what you get when you play this kind of tier. Now, because I'm sort of angling on the side, I was lucky to knock out his cannon and finally put a round through his turret in order to capture the rest of the point. Man, that was a lot of fun, actually. Now we're up to 9 kills. And more fun is yet to come. We're going to go change positions. We are down a crew member. It would be nice to have more crew members, because this thing doesn't perform too well on 2 crew. It's kind of a bit mediocre. And we're going to stop capturing the B point. We're going to head up into these trees just here and see what we can see coming up the hill from their spawn. While the remainder of the enemy team and sort of friendly team is on the other side of the castle, taking a look at their spawn. So, reality is, there isn't really much to see outside of that one vehicle that is down there, which I can't remember. I think it's a BT-42. Memory goes correctly. We're just going to fire a bunch of shells because we can. Too high, a little too low. Let's push just a tiny bit more forward. We'll eventually get a hit on him. That's way too high. No. Come on, go up a little bit. Enemy aircraft has finally got him. Alright, he's now starting to actually move. Second hit in. We've set him on fire. There we go. We've got the target destroyed, and that is the 10th kill for this match. Yeah, sometimes they make it easy. This vehicle, look, it's one of those vehicles that is kind of shit in mud and very, very terrible in snow. So being able to actually hit a target, this one, the smart one actually, is actually ducked behind cover. But he hasn't really realised that he was getting shot at, that poor Panzer II. Anyhow. That is our 11th kill. And that is our 12th. Interestingly enough, he didn't necessarily see me. I was hoping we'd get more than that, but alas, that is one of the lasts left on the team. Would get more kills, but nothing else seems to be spawning. And honestly, I think I've demonstrated the versatility of at least a T-26 mobile tank chassis. Because this thing does share the same turret as a T-26. It's remarkable how many times the Russians reused kit from older vehicles and then used them to do different things. But yeah, the BA-11, a very effective scout car, was used in Stalingrad. Its history is very, very interesting. Can be converted to a tank-like chassis with those chains at the back. The sort of treads. Sort of becomes a bit of a half-track, but not quite. So, a very, very interesting vehicle nonetheless. There is seems to be a tank on my left. It might be a friendly, actually. Oh. Now we've still got enemies to tango with. It appears that the aircraft do not like me at the moment, so we're just going to sort of duck and weave. The Stuka, who ends up in the dirt, like all Stuka pilots do, and what appears to be some sort of heavy fighter-sized bomber. We're just going to tango with him as the enemy and friendly anti-air gauge with him just a little bit. Actually, he's going to come in for a pass, and he's going to get absolutely slapped. Pull down, around. Come on, anti-air, you get him. I'm going to give him a rat-a-tat machine gun as well. We're never going to get a successful hit on him, but at least... Oh, someone's shell. He's now on fire. You ain't going to survive that one. And that's basically the round in this machine. So yeah, while it does have a unique top speed, it's a very unique vehicle from back in the day. And it's kind of broken. Yeah. I definitely seal clubbed my way into playing this machine. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this one in the comments down below. Bye-bye.